The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
Hello, this is TVWAN News and thanks for joining us. In this edition, 2025 LLG elections deferred, PPL call to improve power supply, and boxers scoop 9 medals in Tahiti. A simple oversight by the Electoral Commission to consult the different department calendars to ensure elections do not fall on department-sanctioned dates has now led to another delay of the 2025 LLG elections. Despite being well prepared to go for polling tomorrow, the Electoral Commission has taken responsibility for its oversight in not consulting the education calendar before locking in the dates for LLG elections. Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai, however, reaffirmed its commitment to this constitutional process and confirmed the start of the new polling date for 25th October 2025.
Having deferred LLG elections more than once, the Electoral Commission and the department responsible for LLGs, Department of Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, were ready to go out and start polling tomorrow. However, the decision to delay this constitutional process was done in consideration of the national exams.
The issue that came in between is the issue about grade 8, grade 10, grade 12 examination, which is an important issue for our children. So the idea of postponing by 2 weeks is basically to allow the examination to take place.
The Electoral Commission only facilitates the decision by DPLLG and admitted the oversight when marking the dates for the election.
I would like to admit that we overlooked the exam period that consistently have had over years, past and today. There's no excuse about it.
Sinai explained how the whole process would have still been delayed even if they had factored the exams into the schedule and urged everyone, especially the candidates, to remain steadfast and resilient.
Even if we postponed it, if we knew this in the last adjournment for October, we would still be ending up in after October elections. So let's take it as this as something important because it's affecting all our kids as well. I think that's where the government and the minister took more concentration and it took precedence over election of the LLGs.
And while polling is further delayed, Sinai also expressed concerns about remote areas where polling materials and staff have already been deployed but might not have received news of the deferral. He said with writs already issued, there would not be any implications if they go ahead with polling.
And some remote parts, they already left. Today, they might not know this and they already would be doing polling tomorrow or on Monday. Who knows? Like in, Rikos. Back in Finsafen, Okaranang and Kabu, Salapet and Meneame in Tegadu and all those places towards the Kantimpa and all of that. If they do polling, we're still within the law. Let them do it. But obviously, for the people, with respect to the exams, we will delay the election, not deferring, not what, but we delay.
The new dates for this election will be announced in the next few days. Ruth Rongola, TVWAN News.
Minister for Provincial and Local Level Affairs, Soroyoe, while accepting the decision by the government to delay the LLG elections, also warned that continuous deferral of this constitutional process amounts to abuse and should never happen under normal circumstances. He said this should be the last and does not want any more delays and deferrals after the 25th of October.
Under the legal requirement, when election is in process, from the richer issue to the richer return, there should be no interference whatsoever. That process must go to the end. Only way of interference is when there's a natural disaster or civil unrest, something that is national in nature and dangerous in nature. For me, there should never going to be any more postponement. 25th is the deadline. Otherwise, we are abusing ourselves, and it's not a very good practice. Election for me is a very important constitutional process. That's why I say it's like a battered vehicle, and we as a government should, make sure the election process is top priority, so that we can meet the requirement of a constitution and organic laws that we govern.
Port Moresby General Hospital's Accidents and Emergency and Obstetrics and Gynecology departments received over 80,000 kina in funding support as charity from the island's petroleum and her partners. This money was raised at the recent colour run held in Port Moresby, Lae and Kokopo.
Islands Petroleum Limited and her partners raised over 80,000 kina in the charity colour run event for the Port Moresby General Hospital. When presenting the dummy check today, the Islands Petroleum Limited and partners indicated that this charity is for a worthy cause. This will help the Port Moresby General Hospital in their operations in emergency and obstetrics and gynecology. Islands Petroleum Limited Retail Manager Lloyd Trust, before presenting the check, expressed that they are excited to bring back the Colour Run charity program. Even more, they are making the charity donations where they see need.
The funds we've raised, which is over 500,000 kina, are going directly to where we think they matter the most. Health and education services, and specifically at the grassroots level. We're especially proud to support the Port Moresby General Hospital, one of PNG's most vital healthcare institutions. The funding provided today will directly impact two critical departments, serving thousands of families across the NCD and beyond. The Accidents and Emergencies Department and the Obstetrics and Gynecology Department. These departments are on the front lines of healthcare, providing essential services from emergency care to bringing new lives into our communities.
Trustee Feathers said this year, the Colour Run charity events were held in 3 centres, Port Moresby, Lae and Kokopo. He said they had enormous support from the public and corporate partners, where they sold over 10,000 t-shirts for this charity. Trustee added that over 500,000 kina was raised in this event. Some money will go to Kokopo's St. Mary's Vunapope Hospital and Nonga General Hospital, and in Lae, Milford Haven Primary School and Urban Clinic. Emergency physician at Port Moresby General Hospital, Dr. Mangu Kandino, welcomed the donation.
It is a significant boost for the emergency and obstetrics and gynecology departments here at the Port Moresby General Hospital. Now, Dr. Kandino, who was one of the doctors present today at the event to receive the dummy check from the Islands Petroleum, said this is not the first time they have received support from partners, corporate sponsors and international partners. But this one is a significant one. It will help them to have their emergency operations going, and also obstetrics and gynecology department going forward. and they're also planning to use this money for the cervical cancer awareness programs.
We are grateful to Islands Petroleum and the sponsors, plus all of the patrons who turned up for all of the color run events across the country. There are identified projects that will be impactful to patients, which are now funded through this Color Run charity event, one of which is cervical cancer screening. And as we know, cervical cancer is a high burden disease in the community, which is actually preventable if caught at the early stage of the disease. So that's how impactful the funding from this charity color event will make. In terms of the emergency department, the decision has been made to use this funding for health information talks that will be displayed and projected throughout the department.
This was the first Color Run charity event after 5 years. The last charity Color Run event was held in 2019. This initiative started in 2017 and ran through to 2019. Before COVID-19 disruptions. Next year, the annual charity Color Run event will be held in 7 centers: Port Moresby, Alotau, Lae, Madang, Kimbe, Kokopo, and KVN. The Islands Petroleum Limited charity Color Run is a community event where participants run or walk through color stations, getting showered in colorful powders. It's an annual fundraising event organized by Islands Petroleum Limited to support health and education initiatives by purchasing medical equipment and school supplies. Rex Slater, TV1 News.
The Australian government yesterday handed over 5 vehicles to the Catholic Church Health Services to support HIV outreach and sexual reproductive health services in Port Moresby and Central Province.
Vehicles were presented to the Catholic Health Services to support its HIV outreach program. The vehicles will help health workers reach remote communities, conduct mobile clinics, deliver supplies, and provide testing and treatment. Speaking at the handover ceremony, Sir John Cardinal Ribat said the donation was more than just a gift. It was a symbol of trust, friendship, and hope.
This is a ministry of service. It is not only about health care, but about hope, about restoring dignity, and about ensuring that every person knows that they are loved, valued, and not forgotten. In this way, reliable transport becomes a true necessity. It enhances our ability to deliver care where it is much needed.
Cardinal Ribat said alarming statistics from recent health board meetings showing a rise in HIV cases, especially among youth, and called for more awareness and action. Penny Morton, Minister Councillor for Governance at the Australian High Commission, said the vehicles were a lifeline for communities and practical solution to transport challenges that were delayed outreach and disrupted testing.
These vehicles will enable mobile outreach, community visits and referrals to health and social services, and in doing so help, of course, close the gap in HIV service delivery, especially for mothers, children and other key populations.
The donation is part of Australia's Sexual and Reproductive Health Integration Project, which supports HIV/AIDS services across PNG. With around 13 new HIV infections reported daily up among children and young adults, the need for mobile outreach and community engagement is urgent.
Side by side and step by step. And we see that as Papua New Guinea and Australia working together for the next 50 years as well. Thank you very much.
The vehicles will be deployed immediately to support outreach in the Gulf and Central Provinces. Joanna Villet, TV1 News.
The communities of Rainbow Village will now be able to commute on a newly constructed road after 15 years of neglect. A groundbreaking ceremony was held mid this week to commence the work.
After nearly 15 years of no proper road service, the community at Rainbow Village witnessed
the groundbreaking ceremony of the construction of its new road, a 5.6 million kina project funded through the National Capital District Commission's Provincial Infrastructure Grant. The road will be rehabilitated by Rainford Engineering and a group of companies limited. And City Governor Paus Pakop initiated the groundbreaking ceremony. He apologized for the long delay.
Alabak was your member. We came and visited your community here, and I impressed on him that you put in some money on DSIP and I'll put some money PSIP, and CDC will support us. So we rehabilitate the entire road here in Rainbow. So I'm talking yes, but I don't want to dwell too much on it. I just want to say that it's something that we noticed a long time ago.
Governor Pakop urged the community to take care of the facility because the road is a backbone for service delivery.
Residents that we have not neglected you all or forgotten you all. The Chief Secretary, being your residents, has spoken a lot, and today we are making it happen. So perhaps just a word of comfort that maybe from my part, and I just want to share with you all, is that better late than never.
Chief Justice and longtime Rainbow resident Ambassador Ivan Pomaleo thanked the city authority for the investment.
Rainbow, mibla to kamamas. Lo Governor, you want them board, lo NCD, you bla look save, lo mibla. Now you bla come straight in road.
Fitzjoel Bob, on behalf of the contractor, explained the construction phase.
The scope items is the road, the pavement itself, the drainage, improvement of drainage and upgrading of the drainage infrastructure in Rainbow, and line marking, footpaths. There will also be footpaths on both sides, 1.5 meter wide, to suit the urban standards, and then we have street lights also, so that they give this facelift to the Rainbow community.
Once completed, the suburb is expected to have 2 exits, with plans underway to reopen an exit that is now closed. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
The new settlement in Gereka will now have its feeder road rehabilitated after a groundbreaking ceremony today. Over the past decade, an influx of citizens moved into Gereka seeking permanent residences. The construction of this 6.5 million kina infrastructure amenity is vital for the daily movement of residents.
The Gereka Road Rehabilitation Project is a historic one for many who have lived there for years. It is an initiative of the city authority, particularly the Office of the Governor, in upgrading settlement areas into suburban standard. 6.5 million kina has been allocated to this road project, and the project awarded to Rainhold Engineering group of companies. Once the road is sealed, vehicles and people can move in and out with ease in less time.
Enhancing or improving, the development here, whether it's a building or church or whatever, stores or business, or even if it's customary land, it must become part of the greater vision of our city going forward. Same time too, if you're on a state land.
Governor Pakop elaborated that raising the standard of settlements around NCD and Port Moresby will change the mindset of the people in how they perceive living standards in areas that are on the fringes of the city. Chairman of the Gereka Community Development, Nigel Agonia, said the community at Gereka has always hoped for such infrastructures to be put in place. Agonia moved to Gereka in 2009. He is one of the first to settle there.
Projects that we have wanted the NCDC to consider and attend to back in 2017, including the road. Nothing became of it. Nothing became of it back in 2017. Since then, we have submitted letters and proposals.
During the groundbreaking event, Governor Pakop promised to replace the malfunctioned main power transformer and restore power supply in Gereka. Michael Tamtifais, TV1 News.
You're watching TV1 News. PPL to improve power supply and Revival Church hosts 24th rally. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
Magic Golden Ticket Promotion e-come back. Now by finish long 30th November 2025. Pioneer Magic Golden Ticket long you, long winning share long 500,000 kina inside long packet magic chicken or beef noodles. All prizes start 50,000 kina, 20,000 kina, 1,000 kina, na 500 kina. Open packet long magic noodles na Pioneer Golden Ticket long come up winner. No can wait. Buy magic noodles now.
We've been traveling along this road together for over 50 years. Ella Motors acknowledges the visionaries and hard work that have been the driving strength to continued nation building. We live, prosper, sustainably grow with the community, whilst developing quality mobility chains, aspiring to be your first choice on every occasion. Ella Motors, celebrating with Papua New Guinea throughout our independence golden jubilee.
Pepsi bottle. Tell him shorty come get it. Come grind on me, but mommy get loose, get loose, get loose. Pepsi in my hand, ice cold, no excuse. I tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Tell him who's gonna bring the roof down. Pepsi with the fresh sound. Pepsi, give me some Pepsi bottle. Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi, you like it? Pepsi bottle.
Cold Power Citrus Blast uses stain-fighting active particles to remove dirt, grease and stains from your family's washing with less scrubbing and rubbing, reducing wear and tear and saving you time. Cold Power Citrus Blast has an amazing citrus fragrance that gives that extra freshness that will last all day long.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Passes over the top, intercept! Warbrick is away! Curran, back it goes to Wishart! Winston, he can be a superstar! Understand! They go to the short side again, and Will Taylor scored! Cronulla are into the final four!
Welcome back. NCD Governor Porus Parkop called on PNG Power Limited to action due to prolonged blackout during the 50th Independence Anniversary celebrations. Governor for NCD Porus Parkop called an urgent meeting of prominent community leaders today for an impromptu consultation to identify barriers and find solutions to assist PNG Power Limited in solving the power issues.
Stakeholders both in government and corporate sector included the senior management of PNG Power Limited, National Capital District, Department of Planning and Monitoring, Department of Personnel Management, Water PNG, Royal PNG Constabulary, Port Moresby General Hospital, and Department of Education. They expressed concern about the constant blackouts both in Port Moresby and around the country.
I want to say this, that on my part as governor, I've been a bit patient. Sometimes I've spoken in Parliament about looking at a lasting solution. And we all know, both in corporates and government departments, the city and indeed our country going forward cannot do and cannot progress without these basic services. Industry needs it, government department needs it, services needs it, education needs it, health. for help to progress into taking advantage of digital and AI, technology and all the advancement. It cannot, harness those without reliable, affordable power.
Department of National Planning, in contributing to the discussions, highlighted the need for proper planning by PPL.
I don't think we have put a lot of money into the energy sector, and I think the coordination is very, very important. And I can't see any numbers here in terms of the issues that you have presented and what will be the cost of addressing those issues in the country. And I've been making some statements to restructure the budget. I think we need to put 1 billion kina in the energy sector. And government must allow PPL to borrow, but government must borrow and on land, but grant to PPL, because PPL does not have the capacity to repay the loan at this point in time. But I think government must take the leadership and provide some sufficient funding.
CEO of PNG Power Limited, Paul Bailey, explained the issues that PNG Power is facing.
And can we do that? Absolutely. I just put this back up. Rona 1, Rona 3, as Tony said, 14 months it's been out of line, uncommissioned. Now, I make no statement about why that is, but it's the fact. Rona 2, it's been similar. It's been the Rona 3, the recommissioning down here, and Rona 1, that project is 3.5 years overdue. I was telling the governor when we met on Tuesday night, this project alone has cost the organisation about 90 million a year, and it's 4 years overdue. 4 years overdue. And since we've been on, our lawyers have got busy putting in claims on our contractors who have not been doing the job. And they haven't been doing the job for PPL, and sadly they haven't been doing the job for the people of PNG.
In conclusion, Governor Pakop thanked all who attended, including the PPL CEO and the Chief Technical Officer, and called on them to solve the energy issue. Power is a key enabler of development, he said. Frida Kana, TVWAN News.
The Revival Centres of Papua New Guinea officially opened its 24th National Rally yesterday in Port Moresby. Under the theme, Have You Received the Holy Spirit Since You Believe?, the rally brought together over 20,000 congregation members and other city residents.
The 4-day national rally, hosted by the Revival Centres of Papua New Guinea or RCPNG, was officially opened yesterday by the founder and principal pastor Godfrey Whippon. Established on September 1st, 1982, RCPNG has been preaching the Word of God, with most of its churches established in the 4 regions of Papua New Guinea. This year, the Port Moresby congregation hosted the 24th National Rally, which brought together over 20,000 worshippers, including Port Moresby residents who gathered at the St. John Guy's Stadium. Founder and principal pastor Godfrey Whippon says the rally is open for the public to attend and be inspired by the testimonies and hear the gospel of transformation through the power of the Holy Spirit.
Hey, PNG, you play it this way. I came through the rough seas to establish this fellowship here. And now we're holding our 24th National Rally here in the nation's capital. This is where PNG is. This is where all the tribes are. All the tribes who speak over 800 languages, they are here.
Whippon said the church plays a significant role in the law and justice sector, working side by side with the government and law enforcement agencies to curb lawlessness through the preaching of the gospel.
Was to take the gospel from Samarai to Sorong. the whole bird of paradise island of PNG. I want all our people, our tribes, must receive the Spirit of God. We have been listening to pastors, to leaders, evangelists, priests, padres, and so forth, deacons from other churches, over 200 churches now in PNG, and they've been teaching, telling us about God.
Those who attended shared their story of inspiration and encouraged others to witness the transformation they themselves witnessed through baptism.
It's the good news for Jesus Christ. Maybe I preach him. Walk Jesus Christ, me make him. Sick man, kirap, lebra man, walk about. I pass man, look. Life lo man, every senis. Jesus rousing spirit, me with lo man. So revival, means bring back what is past to present.
So this is good. So but no kisim la trouble tanibel baptist spirit loko dem now at mistabe to me by die finish.
One kind of same before we been stop aside. Na selalu pasin and been pull up in sandos life do me. Na time me go inside na me been tanibel baptist na me got selalu new experience. Yeah, and me setting me free. No get selalu pasin no good. O get ting no good, o get bell no good, o get kind talk exchange from me and me senis. So advice from me go long ola man Mary lo Papua New Guinea. You know monar lines. The only answer when me like Lucy want me now I'm got us.
About 125 people were baptized after the opening ceremony. The event will continue today and will end on Sunday, September 28.
For the first time, 8 Bomana Correctional Service prisoners attended the Revival Centers of Papua New Guinea's 24th National Rally's opening ceremony on Thursday. These prisoners represented 50 other prisoners who were members of the congregation.
8 Bomana Fellowship members of the Revival Centers of Papua New Guinea for the first time attended the opening of the 24th National Rally in Port Moresby. The 8 are part of about 50 members who joined the RCPNG while detained. They took part in most of the opening activity. One act that stood out was the presentation of a song they produced, which outlines the struggles they faced and how their lives were transformed.
So you got cancer. So put camera going to camera kisim reading come up to get cancer or put me the marasin. Mix marasin on a marasin up. So we come again doctor to not have no marasin. Marasin you put you long and finish now. You like him by all of us so me carabus now. Me no got well of finding 10 money all of us so me stop. Stop me all the things stop. Die but I'm close to me now. So on the brothers are local, them go stop inside low. Banis, I'm come with this middle of the top through the cannibal baptist spirit.
Gibson Alabine from Wiwekisipik was sentenced to 30 years for committing attempt murder and willful murder. He testified to why he joined the church and the changes he experienced after that. Alabine was the first RCPNG member to start the prison fellowship on November 2015. He is now on parole.
Now in fellowship and Salabomana, me so started the fellowship. So make it 30 years me carabus, the strong blood God, sick gloomy and finish. Na la big time is saving blongemia. And time to go finish nothing, already me lo parole. Now Mr. Lo parole.
Kevin Vitolo from West New Britain was charged with sexual penetration and sentenced to 37 years. He said his biggest challenge before joining RCPNG was depression. It was directly related with his crime because it involved a family member.
Inside long kalabus long heavy blue family. Stami been Mr. Parasite. Me been living some life where Emino Kutla. Life where Wasim los la ground and me bossy me come up kalabus lo this la. We go na time we go inside los la day me calling finish. I'm Revival Centers of Papua New Guinea only come inside long one la Wednesday long inside of Bomana house Karabus now only kissing dedication Only come now, only sharing la simple message of salvation. Long tani bel baptized like him Holy Spirit.
Vitolo said since joining RCPNG in 2016, he said the depression has lifted and he finds peace and joy in doing the Lord's work.
No waran na mi come back. The experience when me got longen and once this la heavy when me come longen now all heavy now all slow pain na struggle block out troubles longen and been losing the time.
The prisoners thanked the correctional services for releasing them to attend the rally, an experience they will share with other inmates when they return. Tracy Pa, TV1 News.
She is a Morobean who has lived in Port Moresby most of her life. 23-year-old Georgina Kasu from the Huon Gulf and Nawai districts said she felt disconnected from her place of origin until she was crowned Miss Bird of Paradise, Morobe Province. This now gives her the opportunity to reconnect with her family, home and culture.
23-year-old Georgina Kasu from the Huon Gulf and Nawai districts was crowned the Miss Bird of Paradise Morobe Province at the Lei International Hotel on the evening of Wednesday, September 10, 2025. She has lived in Port Moresby most of her life and has a higher diploma in Information Communication Technology, working as an account and payroll officer. After her crowning on September 10th, the soft-spoken lass from Labu shared that she had always imagined herself returning home to reconnect with long-lost family members and learn about the way of life. Kasu will be using the Miss Bird of Paradise pageant as a platform to be the voice for inclusive education and the need to empower students with disabilities. This year, the Miss Bird of Paradise Morobe Pageant Committee chose the route of nomination for their queen. While the national pageant is the first where all provinces were invited to participate, provinces have two ways in which they crown their inaugural queen, either through hosting a pageant or by way of nomination. Both pathways are recognized by the Miss Bird of Paradise PNG and all queens crowned, whether through nomination or by way of a pageant, and all will be given equal opportunity to participate in the national pageant this December. Morobe's pageant was attended by approximately 180 businesses and supporters. Kasu contested alongside Salome Yaling, Rahela Bora Menemo, and Viola Benson. Kamela Guare, TV1 News, Lei.
And now a look at the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2389 in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2314 $0.3512 Australian dollars, $0.1903 euro, and 34.33 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, crude oil, and copper closed higher. Cocoa and copra closed lower, and palm oil closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. TV1 News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's OneTalk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with BSP's OneTalk Wallet. BSP's OneTalk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Magic Golden Ticket Promotion e-come back. Now by Pinis long 30th November 2025. Piny Magic Golden Ticket blong you, long winning share blong 500,000 kina inside long packet magic chicken or beef noodles. All prizes start 50,000 kina, 20,000 kina, 1,000 kina, na 500 kina. Open packet blong magic noodles na Piny Golden Ticket long come up winner. No can wait. Buy magic noodles now.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Talk jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
Hi, with the help of Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner, with these 3 quick and easy tips, I'm going to show you that more natural, beautiful hair is achievable. Step 1, massage your scalp during washing with shampoo. Step 2, apply conditioner to the tips of your hair. Step 3, gently towel dry your hair. There you have it. For natural, beautiful hair, use Palmolive Naturals shampoo and conditioner. Have a great hair day.
100% proudly PNG owned, Seedler Bay Hotel proudly joins the nation in celebrating our Golden Jubilee 50th independence. Thank you for being a valued part of our community. Let's continue the journey for another 50 years together. Proudly PNG.
Long year 2024, 7th baby i born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby is susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This na talk sawa I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Short ball! They've done it again! This is a comeback for the agent! He kicks it! It's long! It's over! Something we've never seen the likes of! This is Reece Walsh! Back on the inside! They get them again! Kenny, Rubbers, Henry's there! Cleary is there! He scores! The Panthers strike once again!
Thanks for staying with us. Fisheries and agriculture in the Gulf province are set for a major boost, thanks to a new private sector investment. GDG PNG today held the soft launch of its integrated fishing and agriculture project, focusing on Baimuru district. The initiative is expected to create jobs, improve livelihoods, and help communities access wider markets. For decades, the rich natural resources of Baimuru district have remained underdeveloped, with limited opportunities for local communities. Today, GDG PNG Limited unveiled its ambitious project designed to change that story.
As an association, we have been fighting a long battle to look at improving the lives of our people as well as protecting their land. Today, we are proud to announced that even though he did it while he was a member of parliament, we are able to deliver this in the 50th year of this country's independence in partnership with the association that started it all off. And what we basically will be doing is an integrated commercial fisheries and agriculture project.
These investments will address long-standing challenges of isolation and poor market access in the Gulf province. The initiative introduces critical infrastructure, including a 42-meter barge, 2 smaller river barges, solar-powered cold rooms, ice machines, fishing gear, and 15 horsepower outboard motors. These investments are designed to improve transportation, storage, and market access for local fishers.
DG is working in close partnership with the communities in Baimuru through the PDA, or Poor Area Development Association. The district comprises of nine tribes, and it's a very large geographical spread. So you have some that are near the waterways, some that are inland. And so the approach that we are bringing is to be as inclusive as possible. So we cater to communities that are based along the waters, along the rivers, but also those that are inland who have resources like timber.
A personal view from outside, I see Papua New Guinea with all these resources and opportunities. What I see is lacking in mindset And we're not here to change the mindset. We're here to help manage the mindset into a commercial operation so that it's not to just sit and talk about, it's action.
Community involvement is central to the initiative. Landowners through the Purari Development Group are set to play an active role in fisheries, harvesting, logistics and quality control. The project is implemented in collaboration with the Purari Development Group using SABL land titles to ensure wide landowner participation.
When things like this happen for the first time to the village people, to my village people, it's an impact. They are more than happy to continue what they want to assist in the way that this project runs smoothly.
While the initial focus is on fisheries, PNG plans to expand into timber processing, rice cultivation and stock feed cropping in the near future, laying the foundation for wider rural development in Baimuru. With critical assets now in place and communities engaged, the Integrated Fishing and Agriculture Project is being hailed as one of the largest private sector-led developments in the Gulf province. It marks a fresh chapter for Baimuru, where fishing and farming could once again sustain livelihoods for generations to come. Sydney's iconic Sculpture by the Sea exhibition is at risk of not going ahead due to a major gap in funding. Organizers have just 2 weeks to raise $200,000.
No sculptures to see by October 17, with Sculptures by the Sea requiring an extra $200,000 in order for the event to go ahead. That money needs to be secured in the next 2 weeks. Now, the organisation have put their hand out to the public with more than $120,000 already raised. The not-for-profit organisation relies on a combination of sponsorships and government funding to run the exhibit that begins on October 17, as well as pay its artists. But Sculpture by the Sea says it was unable to secure funding from the federal government to support the annual art exhibit. Although smaller grants are currently available, the founder of Sculptures by the Sea, David Handley, says those available funds are simply not enough in order to run the art exhibit. But he's also said that Creative Australia have effectively refused to come to the table.
We couldn't even get a meeting with Creative Australia, the only source of federal arts funding in Australia. We couldn't even get a meeting with them this year. They know full well our financial circumstances, and if they don't, they're not reading our letters or doing their job.
But Creative Australia, the federal government's art funding arm, says organisers had not submitted an application for further funding for 2025.
And that ends the news segment. Sport is next. Stay tuned.
Are you ready to meet the best version of yourself? The one with the bright, confident smile? You've got to take pride in how good you look, how fresh your breath smells, and how great you feel. To boss it at work, to be your best for uni, or to catch the eye of that special someone. You've got to brush up your vibe with whiter, healthier, brighter teeth. Brush up for confidence with Colgate.
Mr. Russell, may mas kisim-sig niya sa bumili.
You survey yourself, you can put in one complaint.
I'm not giving big the head. Online may doctor. Na, also one I'm supposed me on that sorry kisinel.
You think him go through of Sam, you like putting this plus sexual harassment report on Mr. Russell.
Who said you making this black complaint?
Joining BCFW na all member blong ni plan na sanap strong against workplace harassment.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem talk young or roll the scale rice family meal with toast to bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Senisi go, let's get rice, low scale price. Senisi go, let's get rice, low scale price.
But you like him? Yeah!
They're taking car builds and drag racing to whole new heights.
You see those jumps? You see the bouncing?
Every car guy's dream. Dude, this is going to be amazing.
Roadkill, Mondays 8:30 on Turbo.
Tune in to Scope this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TVWAN. Special celebration at Rapindik, birthplace of Michael Tupalangat Somare, and 50th Golden Jubilee fever echoed throughout the country. Watch this on Scope this Sunday at 7 p.m. on TV1.
The stakes are high. The stage is set. And a grand final ticket on the line. And this is a massive encounter. Two rival Host Plus Cup clubs. A massive occasion this. And here come the Burleigh Bears. The Papalani slams it down. And the Burleigh Bears with a chance to hit the front. O'Sullivan early kick in behind her. Hearn is chasing through. And Norts are on the board. What a start.
And Gomazuna gets it away to Krill. Over the back it goes. Barrett went up there. It is the TT. Now Jordan injecting himself. Will Jordan. Second check. There it is. To player.
Welcome back. PNG elite boxers have again showed their dominance in the region after putting on a powerhouse performance, picking up 9 medals at the recent 2025 Elite Men and Women Oceania Boxing Championships in Tahiti. The 9-member squad, comprising of 4 female and 5 male fighters, led by inspirational PNG Olympian John Ume, backing up after last week's top-notch performance in Australia. The team, under national coach Mark Keto, arrived back in the country today with their spoils.
With a sensational performance at the Tahiti Championships, the team quietly slipped back into the country this afternoon, proud of their outstanding medal haul, which is historic for the sport of boxing. Gold medal winners include John Ume, Alan Oika, Stephen Kendo, and Leontine Cavan. Silver medalists are Petronila Nokenoke, Goli Bali, and James Paul. David Ome and Quincy Kawakore won a bronze medal each. Coach Mark Keto was overwhelmed by individual efforts throughout the tournament, saying it's been a long time coming since the last Oceania Championships in 2017. Coach Keto added it was great seeing young athletes stepping up to the plate and showcasing their potential at such an elite level.
So these boxers, they're new in this level of competition. The only 2 boxers where they have more experience in the international level is John and Alan, which they both got gold medal. So most of these boxers, the last competition was during the Pacific Games, and this is the biggest international tournament which they've attended, apart from the Pacific Games and the Kokoda Challenge, which PNG Boxing Union normally host annually here in Port Moresby.
From the latest performance in terms of medal prospects, Coach Keto noted the big improvement for PNG boxing.
This one is the biggest, which is 4 gold medal and 3 silver, 2 bronze, which is a big step. So, you know, it's a, what will I say? It's a big achievement for PNG Boxing. It's not only because of PNG Boxing, also Bislaka and Result Me Boxing, it's because of the sponsors, the partners, and all the other coaches and trainers which all contribute one way or the other to, you know, help develop these boxers.
One of the gold medalists and current PNG Olympian John Ume spoke highly of the performance of the boxers, especially the big medal haul, which is first time in one tournament.
First of all, I am proud of my team. They've done well. This is the first time PNG Boxing has got 9 medals from Oceania. It's kind of common that PNG boxing never gets like total of 9 medals, and this is the first time that we got 4 golds, right? And yeah, 3 silvers and 2 bronze. So it's a big achievement for boxing, and I'm proud of my team. Without coaches and team management, we wouldn't make it this far. So I'll acknowledge the coaches, the team management, the sponsors, and also the boxers for their effort as well.
Ume concluded saying they need improvement, especially in their techniques, power and speed, which they need to perfect as they progress in their careers. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The PNG boxing team to the recent Oceania Championships in Tahiti has been highly commended for its flawless efforts, picking up 4 gold medals, 3 silver and 2 bronze medals. Upon the team's arrival today, team manager Simon Nwabo praised both male and female boxers for their outstanding individual performances and their sheer commitment, hard work, dedication and discipline, which paid off in a big way, not only for them, but for the country as a whole.
Boxing is an individual code. They have sacrificed their time. The result comes because of their commitment, their sacrifice in training. Most of them are youths, but they have committed themselves in the code. And they sacrifice themselves to attend trainings with their coaches, trainers. They are working very hard to prepare for this event. And as a team manager, watching them fighting is, that all counts on their preparation for the event. And they did very well. As the coach and our team leader said, Oceania, Australia, and New Zealand are the top teams in the Oceania. But for this, even this year, our team are doing very well. They compete against them. They even beat them.
Port Moresby's Colts Oval is anticipating an action-packed weekend as the final round of the Moni Plus POM AFL regular season winds up, with the top 5 spots yet to be decided. Dockers, Eagles, Magpies, Bombers and Kokofas will be out to consolidate their final hopes.
Tomorrow we'll see the first place Dockers take on a determined 6th place Gordon's Kokofas side. Interestingly, Dockers must win to take out the minor premiership. Kokofas, on the other hand, must win here and expect a lose by the Tigers to sneak into the 5th spot. So this is a must-win for either team. On form, Dockers are favourites going into this and will be fired up again after their close loss to the Magpies last week. Dockers will prove too strong, and with super goal-kicking star young David Severa at full forward, they should get home convincingly. On Sunday, it's a must-win for the Uni Tigers, who are slightly holding on to 5th spot. They are up against the fired-up and in-form side, the Gereka Magpies. Both sides have speedy youngsters all around, so this will be a fast and entertaining footy. The team with less mistakes and more committed to their ball first game will win this. Magpies to win this one. Also on Sunday, West Eagles have to treat the Alavana Swans with a lot of respect. The Swans are out to spoil the party for West. West is tipped to take this one out after learning from their first round embarrassing loss to the Swans. West by a good margin here. Rex Litter, TVWAN Sports.
Since winning the premiership in 2016, the Cronulla Sharks have missed the finals just once, but they have not been able to make it back to the big dance. A grand final berth is now just one win away, but blocking the path to Accor Stadium on October 5th are modern masters Melbourne Storm, who have played in 3 more deciders since losing to the Sharks in 2016. The match will be played tonight at the AAMI Park in Melbourne.
First real scoring chance of the game goes to Melbourne.
The Storm were victorious over the Cowboys in 2017 and the Panthers in 2020, before losing last year's grand final to the Panthers. So they know exactly what it takes to get there and how to handle the pressure of the occasion. Having beaten the Storm 31-26 in round 11 at Sharks Park, Craig Fitzgibbon's men will have confidence in their ability to spring an upset. If the Sharks are to salute, they will need a monster game from Eden Fanua-Black, the man who was brought to the Shire to help them make the leap from perennial finals to premiers. Fanua-Black carved out 156 run meters in the win over Canberra Raiders to take his season average to 161 meters per game, and his battle with Stefano Utukamanu and Josh King will be one of the highlights of the night. Huge inclusion from the Storm with halfback Jerome Hughes, fullback Ryan Pappenhausen, and back rower Sean Blow all back on deck for Friday's game. In the Sharks camp, prop Oregon Kafusi has been recalled to fill in for Tom Hazelton. So far, there have been no changes to both teams' lineup as of Thursday's 24 hours update. Watch all the footy action on TVWAN Sports 2.
And that's it for sports. Now for the weather forecast. Southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with rain showers and thunderstorms. Kerma, mostly cloudy with heavy rain at times and possible thunderstorms. Umase, Lay, cloudy periods with rain then rain showers and thunderstorm. Wewak and Vanimo, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with showers, rain showers and possible thunderstorms. New Guinea Islands, Kimbe, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Boka, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. And Highlands region, Mount Hagen, Mendi, Tari and Wabeg, mostly cloudy with heavy rain at times and thunderstorms. Oceans forecast. Coral Sea sees moderate to rough with east to southeast winds of 20 to 33 knots. Solomon Sea sees slight with northeast to southeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. Bismarck Sea sees smooth to slight with southeast to northeast winds of 5 to 15 knots. And Pacific Ocean sees slight to moderate with easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. And coastal waters. Waters of southern PNG and Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Island, Kerma, Yule Island, Hood Point, to Samarai Island to Cape Vogel and all Milimbe Islands. Seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 3 meters. And waters of New Island to Bougainville and East and West New Britain, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters. And that ends another edition of TV1 News. Have a pleasant evening. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by